Eagles and the San Francisco 49ers. Certainly the game of the weekend, maybe the game of the year, the battle of the unbeatens as we get underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Waiting. Check my 50.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
Miles Jack can just flat out cover. Doesn't matter who's out there, and he can do it really well in man. How about what he just did there in zone, though? Eyes in the right place, saw where the ball was going, reacted appropriately, and knocked it away.
Throwing now is Wentz. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it. And it brings up 4th down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 44.
I'm coming after you. Shift. Watch the shift.
Back to throw here. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Shotgun now for Wentz. Looking middle, and that's complete. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're talking about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find a soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jones. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
That's it, baby.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On play action, it's Wentz. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
Got you, boy.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Now Wentz. And he slings one that's incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
Now Jones. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at his 4. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drives, exactly.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 35. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to, when you want to. That play call is working very well for them right now.
The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox, what an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11.
57, Mike, 57.
He'll drop to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check.
Now back to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
It is out there now. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Wide, get wide.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Jones. Breaks free again. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Here we go. 120.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Play action. Now Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Take it at the 37. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return.
Their own 46-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now it's Freeman. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. We often give credit to the O-line there. Two tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. From 17 yards out. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Now for the point after. And that drive happened quickly, which is great because they scored the points, but then their defense has to come right back out on the field.
It is exciting, isn't it, for the offense to do that? The defense is saying, okay, that's cool, but let's not make it a habit. We need to get some rest sometime.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So as they... take it over, we step aside. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Clark picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big...
And got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 36 yards on the play. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Jones. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Niners' 43-yard line.
Here we go. Waiting. You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna see me in your nightmare. Kill. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Check on goal. 26.
On 2nd and 9. Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. He has just been alone for opposing offenses to account for now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take the ball in the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. They'll set up a throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. From the 16, Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, Wentz. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
Here we go. Hey, watch 11.
Wentz now on 1st down. Space to maneuver at the 40. Over the middle, that's caught by Owens. As they finally wrangle him in at the 48. 23 yards, the final tally.
1st down, Eagles.
Wentz now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a 1st down. Throwing is Wentz. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Wentz again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Man, I got you. Down him, man, inside. Down him, man.
Again, it's Wentz. Got a man, that's Trent Sherfield. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 37.
A gain of 15.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. 74.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
You got it.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Double dog. That's the way.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. From the 31, Wentz. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down.
You can't hang. He's not going to get me.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
A gain of 16 yards. And an Eagle first down.
Go.
Wentz now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10.
Hey. Mike's 50. You got nothing. Go, Mike 50.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Here we go. Pac-Man. 120. 50.
Now Wentz. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Kenny Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Now Greg Joseph for the field goal try. And this one a 41-yard attempt. The kick by Joseph is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It sounds like you're going negative on
I
that.
was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
They're running it.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. This time they'll just keep this on the ground. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Right there. 54 Mike. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they'll go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like it.
He's got daylight. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Wentz. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And since they still have 10 yards to go, they'll just say, let's roll this over to 3rd down and decline it.
Let's just be honest about it. If you can't get them off the field on 3rd and 10, then something's wrong with your defense anyway. No sense in taking that penalty.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Oh, what a move. Not a big deal on that one, just your everyday 67-yard punt. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball, but how about them just taking it big-time jaunt. Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st down, here's Breida. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Owens. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's got this down to the 35. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
That's another 49ers first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 35-yard line. Back to the running game. It's Freeman. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Second and 1. That'll be caught by Rice. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Partner, they weren't quite in the red zone, but things are starting to get condensed on the field. Throwing the corner route there, really nice play because it gives them a little bit of room to complete it.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Certainly not what the offense wanted down here, going in the wrong direction.
Yeah, but look who got involved. I mean, when you got a strong safety who can drop into the box, never needs an invitation to be one of those guys in run defense, does he? Wakes up every morning just a little bit ticked off.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. They run again with Breida. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's third and goal. They're going to look to throw. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Here we go. 180. 65. 65. Kill. Check safety. No. Whip. Watch the whip. Check 50.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's now 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They do go for it. It's Wentz. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Preston Smith, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They toss to Freeman. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Now the try here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. To try again after the sack. Wentz. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Nick Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Wentz going to throw. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this one will kick out of bounds, so they'll hold on to it inside the 10-yard line. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's fielded at the 45. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Hey, we got to get this stop.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. as his guys are in for 6, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game, and privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching, and he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, you're trailing. It's the 4th quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or 2, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the 1st down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Here we go. Switch.
They run from the pistol here with Freeman. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner, 100 yards or more in a game. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's got the 1st before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
You can't block me.
Back up.